To learn delegation, how to delegate using the MAC ST Method. First step in the step-by-step process, how to delegate using the MAC ST Method. Spoiler alert, more than half the stuff you do is a waste of your shiny object love and time. Ask yourself, what have I been wasting most of my time doing lately? Recognize that most things on your plate don't really matter. They don't move the needles, so to speak. They aren't the best use of, again, your shiny object love and time. When you realize this, delegation will become a lot easier. Steps. First step, make a list of every task you do in your job every day. Keep doing this until you can't come up with any new tasks. Set reminders at lunchtime and at the end of the day to recap those half days and write down what you did. Second, put a smiley face next to all the things that you enjoyed working on. Third, put a check next to the ones that you're really good at doing. Fourth, put a star by the most important tasks for that particular position you're in. The second step to the MAC ST Method is A. A is for appointment. Appoint each new task to technology or people. For the task that don't have any smiley faces, check marks, or stars next to them, write the technology or person that would be best for doing each one of those things. Whenever possible, try to delegate to technology first. It never gets exhausted or overworked. It's great at handling routine, repetitive tasks. And you could even delegate this process to your IT department by asking them for recommendations or asking them to do research on what things would best help you solve the projects or tasks that you're trying to delegate. Or you could even do a quick Google search yourself to find these great solutions fast. Second, delegate to people based off these three things: their strengths and experience, what they enjoy working on and are naturally curious about, and their thinking wavelength. You can find the thinking wavelength on iloveshinyobjects.com/thinking. It will increase their productivity, the thinking wavelength, and help you know what to give them for each task or project to put them in their highest contribution zone. There's more details in the next step. Also, consider their workload before giving anything to them. Have things been slow, and are they bored? Giving them a new project can really lift their spirits. But handing it to someone who is already overworked and stressed out, staying late and working the weekends is not a good idea. It might overwhelm them or to the point they leave, request to get transferred, or just quit. Feel free to ask them how much they have on their plate right now and if or when they could handle the project or task you want to give them. If they really have too much to do and you need to make this project or task priority, reprioritize for them what's important and what's not. If you need help with prioritizing, the next course is on all about prioritize. Or you need to hire more. It could be full-time contract workers or just people that you find on websites like Fiverr.com. If someone isn't experienced enough to do the task, and it's not an urgent thing to do, but they have a desire to learn and grow and think it's fun, consider giving them extra time and training. This is an investment for you, for them, and the entire company. Third step in the MAC ST Method is C. C is for communication. Communicate wisely. Think about how they might perceive what you say and how it'll make them feel. Pay attention to their facial expressions as you talk to them. Also, be more or less detailed in your communication and instructions depending on their thinking wavelength, which again you can get for free on iloveshinyobjects.com/thinking. Describe to them the three shinies, the shiny big picture, the shiny goals, and the shiny specifics. The shiny big picture. This is how the project fits in the big picture and why it's important. The shiny main goal. Describe and clarify what it should look like when it's done. and any sub goals you have for them. And all the little small shiny specifics like guidelines and parameters they need to follow, the level of quality you require. Does it need to be a rough draft, or does it need to be checked or triple checked? Any milestones and due dates. No, don't give them some ridiculous timeline that is a month ahead of schedule and you won't even have time to look at it for the next 2 weeks. People will catch on to this and it'll frustrate them, and their performance will decrease over time. Then always confirm that they understand everything, that they agree exactly on what you want, and if they don't, hear them out why. Also, write down or record what you both said so they can refer back to it as they're working on the project. Ask them, do you have any questions? Do you foresee any obstacles in getting it done? Or what do you need from me to get this done? The fourth step in the MAC ST Method is S. S is for supplies. What do they need to get it done? Do they need supplies like money, training, etc.? Do they need access to people to get it done, or to technology? Do they need logins to different softwares? And how much authority do you want to give them? Let them know how much you want to be in the loop and clarify what authority and decisions they can go ahead and make without contacting you. The last step in the MAC ST Method is T. T is for talk. Talk with them regularly until you can trust them to take care of it completely without you. Consider their experience and how hard it would be for them to do. I would suggest to be more frequent at the beginning and less frequent towards the end of the project. As you see, they are getting the hang of it, and as you see, they're asking less and less questions when y'all meet. Resist the urge to micromanage. If there's something that you really want to bring up to that person, make a list. Write everything down and keep adding to it until you meet with them again. Always let them go first in the meetings though, and listen well and watch their facial expressions and ask them if they have any questions. Then and only then go through your list based off anything that wasn't already covered that's still on your list. This will give you more insight and understanding to how it's going before you just barge in ahead. Also, focus on challenging, stretching, and motivating them. Delegating really shows them that you trust them and their work abilities. Questions to ask during the meeting. What is the status? Is there anything you need advice on? Do you have any questions? How are you feeling about this project so far? Try to determine their morale and help them out however you can. Example, if they need encouragement, give it to them. Do they look down as they ask? Ask them why. What's going on? How are you feeling? This could be an opportunity to minister them and help them out personally as well as professionally. Delegation provides you these opportunities. These meetings will help you catch problems early before they become bigger problems and correct them when they are small. If they can't seem to get it though, or you might need to delegate it to someone else, but always try to give them feedback, both positive, praising them. You can do so in public, and negative, but all the negative feedback, let it always be constructive and helpful to help them grow, and always do that in private. Also, ask them for any feedback for you, if there's anything you could have done differently to delegate better, or done a better job of handing that task or project over to them. So if you're an entry-level employee and you're like, this doesn't even apply to me, there's some creative ways that you could use to still delegate. For example, at home, with your spouse or kids, I love child labor, mechanics, plumbers, maids, gardeners, etc. At work, you can trade tasks that you're good at with tasks your other co-workers are good at. And that's a way to delegate. And you can always look for ways to delegate to technology and bring it up to your boss as a way to save time and money. The 3 R's and why. The first R is the roadmap. As you can see behind me, there's a step-by-step roadmap about the whole MAC ST method. Second R is review. Today you learned how to use the MAC ST method. And the M in the MAC ST method was misuse of your time. The A is for appoint, appointing the tasks to technology or people. The C is communicating, communicating effectively and wisely when you're delegating. The S is for supplies, giving them all the supplies they need to do that project or task well. And the last letter in the MAC ST method is T. T is for talk. Talk with them as regularly as needed until you can trust them to take care of it without you. The third is to respond. If you want the shiny checklist that complements this video, go to iloveshinyobjects.com/blog. Or if you want a faster, easier, more convenient way to apply what you learned in this video, click in the link in the description below. It will take you to the online course that this lesson came from. Third, if you want to keep seeing more shiny object episodes like this one, click on the Patreon link below. 10 grand gets you in one of these episodes, and $10 helps you not imagine a world without iloveshinyobjects.com. Why do we do this shiny stuff? Is to help you work smarter and faster so that you can have more time in your life with the shiny objects you really love. Our goal for you is not more promotions, money, or praise, although the courses will help you get those. It's to give you more time to get lost in the shiny objects that bring you joy and meaning in life. And hopefully, those shiny objects that you love will leave a great impact in this world when you are gone. So no more feeling bad or being hard on yourself for getting distracted. I dare you to be different. I challenge you every week to work a little smarter and more efficiently so that you can devote a little more time each week with the shiny objects you truly love. Have a shiny month, souls. Thank you. We love you guys and hope we have helped you out in some small shiny way. Thank you so much, souls. Have a great month. Bye.